Carby family. If you're into raw horsepower, bold design, and the sweet sound of American muscle, you're in the right place. Today's video is something special, something many of us have been dreaming about for years. That's right, we're talking about the return of an icon. After decades of rumors, fan renderings, and wishful thinking, the legendary Chevrolet Chevelle is officially back for 2025. And let me tell you, it's not just a nostalgic cash-in. This is a bold, aggressive, modern interpretation of the classic American muscle car we all know and love. And it's here to make a statement. Now, for those of you who may not be as familiar with the Chevelle name, let's take a quick cruise down memory lane. The original Chevelle came out in the 1960s, and by the time the SS 454 roared onto the scene in the early 70s, it had already become a full-blown legend. Big block engines, quarter-mile domination, that unmistakable growl. The Chevelle SS was a muscle car that didn't mess around. It had presence, it had power. It was the kind of car you heard before you saw. Fast forward to today, and the 2025 Chevelle is bringing that same spirit back, but with a twist. This isn't just a retro revival with a few throwback badges and chrome accents. This is a full-fledged, ground-up reinterpretation of what the Chevelle means in the modern age. Built by Trans Am Worldwide, the same folks who've made a name for themselves reimagining classic American muscle, this car has Chevy fans talking, and for good reason. Let's start with the design. One look at the new Chevelle and you immediately feel that connection to its roots. The long hood, short deck, and fastback rear profile all pay tribute to the classic 70s Chevelle SS. But at the same time, everything feels new and aggressive. The front grille is wide and bold, framed by modern LED lighting that gives it an unmistakable stare. Sculpted body lines run along the sides, adding muscle and movement even when the car is standing still. The rear features quad exhaust tips and a taillight design that's clearly inspired by the past but brought into the present. And yes, before you ask, there are multiple trim levels, including one that'll make die-hard SS fans sit up straight. The top-tier trim is called the 70/SS, and it's nothing short of outrageous. We're talking about a full-blown, supercharged, fire-breathing monster of a car that's been built with love, power, and attention to detail. But more on that in a minute. Under the hood is where things get really interesting. Depending on which version you choose, the new Chevelle offers a few engine options, and none of them are here to play nice. The base model comes with a turbocharged 3-liter inline-six that delivers solid performance and modern efficiency. But if you're watching this channel, chances are you're more interested in what's next. Step it up to the V8 models and you've got a naturally aspirated 6.2-liter LS engine, delivering that classic American rumble and more than enough power to light up the rear tires. But it's the range-topping 70/SS version that truly steals the show. This beast is equipped with a 6.6-liter supercharged V8, capable of producing, wait for it, over 1,000 horsepower. Yes, you heard that right, 1,000 horsepower. In a street-legal Chevelle that looks like it just rolled out of a time machine and into a Fast and Furious sequel. That kind of power isn't just about speed, it's about presence. It's about standing next to the car at a show and watching jaws drop when you pop the hood. It's about that split second of silence before the engine starts, followed by a roar that shakes your chest. It's about merging onto the freeway like you're launching off an aircraft carrier. The 2025 Chevelle doesn't just bring back muscle, it redefines what a modern muscle car can be. Now, with all that performance, you'd expect the interior to be stripped down and bare bones, right? Nope. That's the other thing that sets this car apart. Inside, the new Chevelle strikes a beautiful balance between retro inspiration and modern luxury. You've got high bolstered leather or Alcantara seats that wouldn't look out of place in a European sports car, but with design cues that harken back to the original SS trim. There's a fully digital gauge cluster, a large touchscreen infotainment system with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and even customizable ambient lighting. It's not just fast, it's smart. The center console and dash are trimmed with carbon fiber, brushed aluminum, or even wood grain depending on the spec. And yes, if you want a modern take on the classic cue ball shifter, they've got that too. Everywhere you look, you can tell this wasn't just thrown together. It's handcrafted. Built by a team of people who love cars, who love this car. And in a world where so many vehicles are becoming more sterile, more generic, and more automated, the 2025 Chevelle is a breath of fresh air. It's unapologetically bold. It's designed for people who want to drive, not just ride. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Price. This isn't a budget build. The base models start around $150,000, 0 cents, and go up from there, with the 70/SS edition pushing well past the $200, 0 cents K mark. That's supercar money, no doubt, but when you consider the craftsmanship, the exclusivity, and yes, that 1,000 horsepower V8, it starts to make a little more sense. This isn't mass-produced. It's built in limited numbers for people who want something different, something rare, something special. Is it worth it? Well, that depends on how deep your love for muscle cars goes. If you're the kind of person who gets chills hearing an old-school big block rev up, if you've got posters of Chevelles and Camaros from the 70s in your garage, if you believe that a car should have soul, then yeah, this car might be your dream come true. Of course, not everyone will be able to afford one, and that's okay. Because just knowing that the Chevelle is back, knowing that someone brought it to life again, gives hope to the entire muscle car community. It reminds us that the spirit of American performance isn't dead. It's evolving. And every time a Chevelle 70/SS rolls off the line, it carries that torch forward. So now it's your turn. What do you think of the 2025 Chevrolet Chevelle? Is it a masterpiece of modern engineering and classic design? Or do you think it's a high-prized nostalgia trip? I want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's talk about it. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. It really helps us keep the Carbeats engine running. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because we've got a lot more insane cars, performance reviews, and behind-the-scenes content coming your way. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a beat.